Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to use datetime function in Python. So mainly we'll see datetime.now function in Python. So what it does is, so it used to get current local date and time. So we need to pass module, class and method. So module is datetime and the class is datetime and method is now. And if you see this diagram, so this first we need to import this datetime module. So this is called module. And under this module, we have these four classes. One is the datetime, time delta, date and time. So under datetime, we have method today and now. So if you want to get today's date and time, so we need to pass like this. So how? First one is module, class and method. So what is the module? Module is datetime. Datetime dot datetime dot and the class is again datetime. Datetime dot datetime dot method. So what is the method? Today. Okay. So this how we can write this syntax to get today date. So first what I'm trying to do is get the current date and time. So for this, what I'm doing, first I'm importing datetime module. Okay. So import datetime. So after importing datetime module, so I want to get current date and time. So for that, what I'm doing, so I'm doing datetime dot now. So as we discussed here, I'm writing here datetime dot now. So this is for applying datetime dot now. So later I'm printing this variable to get the current date and time. So what we are getting is today's date. And if I try to run this rerun one more time, I will get today's date. Okay, so today's 25 and February 4th. So today I'm recording this video and time we are getting here. So hour, minute, second, microsecond. Okay, so next what we'll see is similar way. So here I did import date time now. So here what I'm doing, I am importing from datetime, import datetime. So what is the difference is if you're importing like this, so here we return datetime dot now. So instead of that, we can write simply datetime dot now. Okay, so you can follow either of the method, either this one or this one. So both will give you same result. Okay, so see if you see here 29 and 30 minutes is 30. So 1 minute difference. Next, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to format current date and time. So currently how it is giving date, date in the form of year, month, date, and time in hour, minute, second, milliseconds. Suppose I want to change the format this current date and time. So then we can use this function string f time method. So how we can use it is, so first I'm defining this one now. So I'm trying to get current time. Okay. So datetime dot now. So after getting current date and time, what I'm doing is this one, I'm trying to format like this. Suppose if I give small y, okay, so small y indicates shorter version of year. That means, so here we have 2025. So shorter version means it will give you only 25. And if you try to give capital Y, that is full version of year. That means you'll get 2025. If you try to run this one, first we'll see up to here, short version of here. What it telling is no attribute. So I will try to run one more time this one. So what I did is I imported datetime. Okay, so then it will not throw any error. So datetime.datetime. Okay, so first we'll see these two here, shorter form and longer form. If you see here, shorter version of here is 25, full version of here is 2025. So similar way, we'll check for month and date also. So for shorter version of month, short version of month, I'm giving small b, %b. And for full version of month, I'm passing capital B. So these two related to month, short version and long version. If you see here, shorter version, we are getting only first three letters. So February. And for full version, it's giving full February. So similar way, we'll check for month also. Sorry, day. So month we already checked for day. For day, for shorter version, we have to give small a. And for full version, we have to give capital A. So what we'll get is shorter version of the day. So today is Tuesday. So it giving only first three letters. Okay, for full version, it giving Tuesday, full characters. Okay, so that's about this one. So how to change the format of date and time. In similar way, we'll check for week also. So for week, shorter version, for week, okay, only one version. So number of weekday. So percent W we need to do. So what is number of week? This is 0 week. Okay. And so I want to make 24-hour format and 12-hour format. So 24-hour format, we need to give capital H, and for 12-hour format, we need to give capital I. So if you do like that, so 24-hour format. Now, if I try to rerun this time will change. C07 and 12-hour format 7. And if you see AM and PM, if you give P, so it giving now is AM. Okay, so now current time is AM. So similar way, you can change it to for minutes, seconds, and microseconds. So for minutes, capital M, for seconds, capital S, for microseconds, small f. So if you enter that, you will get current time. See here, current time minutes is 33 and seconds is 27, microseconds is this one number. Okay, so next we'll check for day. That means a day number of year. So that means current day belongs to which day of this particular year. So similar way, date and time. So for that I mentioned small j. For day number of the year I mentioned small j, and for date I given small x. For time I given capital X. So what we are getting is day number of year. That means 33. So total we have 360, 356 days, no? So current is 33rd day of the year. And similar way, date. Okay, so today date is 2nd February 25 and time is 15/9/24. Okay, next we'll see formatted date. So as of now, we saw only single letters. Like first we saw with year, month and day. Next, number of weekday. In between, we saw year, month, day. And next, weekday format, 12-hour format, 24-hour format, whether AM or PM, then minutes, seconds, microseconds. Then this date and time and day of the year we saw. Now, what we'll do is, as of now, we given also single characters. So now we'll see with multiple formats here. Like for current time and date, I want to format like year, month, and date. Okay. So what I will get? Year, month, date. So in between, I given this, okay, to differentiate to get our year format, date format. And similar way, I want to get only time format like hour, minute, second. So here I'm getting hour, minute, second. So similar way, I given whole thing like date and time. So year, month, date, and hour, minute, second. So here I'm getting this one. So year, month, date, and time. So hour, minute, second. Okay. So like this, you can format your current date and time. So next, what we'll do is we'll get current date. So what I'm doing is I'm importing datetime module datetime dot date. So I want to get, see here, it getting local time, correct? No, as per system. So here I want to pass hard-coded value, hard-coded date. So for that datetime dot date, I am passing this one, month, year, and date. So it will give you in date format. And a similar way, what I'm doing is, see up to here, it will give you our current local system date. Okay, so date and time. So from that, I want to print only date. So for that, I given dot date so that it will print only date. So similar way, what I defined is today is datetime dot date today. So that means I want only date of from today's date and time. So there are multiple ways you can give. So here I given hard-coded way. So here for dynamic way I'm getting from today's date and time I'm getting only date. So you can follow either this method or you can follow this way. So next what I'm doing is I'm importing date time. So in date time, so normally we can pass this one year, month, day, hour, minute, seconds, microseconds. So first I'm defining target date time. So date time dot date time. So inside that, as per this syntax, we can provide up to these things, date and time parameters. So next, so like this is hard coded. Okay. And here I'm getting system time, means our local time, datetime dot now. That means current date and time. And I given some future date and time. So what I want to do is if target date time, this one, whatever hard coded is, 2028 is less than current date time, means as per today date. If it is less than this one, I want to print as target date as passed. Otherwise, I want to print as target date as not passed. So as per this condition, since this is 28 and we are at 25, see telling that target date as not passed. Suppose if I am giving greater, if I try to run this one, see here target date has passed. So I given greater than, no? So you're telling target date has passed. And Now I want to get current time. So here we saw how to get current date. So here we're trying to get only time. So first I'm trying to give hard-coded values, date time dot time, and I'm giving hard-coded value. That means manually I'm providing hour, minute, second. So it giving you in time format. Okay, so next what I'm doing is this is my function to get local date and time. From that I want to get the time. So dot time I given. So we'll get only time like hour, minute, second, microsecond. So similar way, how to create date and time. So earlier we discussed how to do hard-coded value. So that one. So date time dot date time. I am giving this format: hour, minute, second. Sorry, first date, then time. Okay, so then we are getting this one, date and time. So this is creating date and time by hard-coded way. So similar way, I want to create only date. Okay, so datetime dot datetime. I am giving only date. So then we'll get date and time as 0. So since we are not provided. So now we'll see how to create function for this date time. So I created one function like log underscore current underscore time. So here what I'm doing, datetime dot now. So up to here it will print you l- our current local time, local date and time. So on top of that, I am doing format. I want in this format like year uh, space m d year month date and hour minute second. So I'm printing this current time. So the later I'm calling this function. So I'm getting this one. Okay. So date and time. Okay. So this is how we can use a function by using function. Next, how to calculate time difference. So first I'm defining variable start time, that is our local time. Now datetime dot now, and I'm giving time dot sleep 2. So this will delay you by 2. So next get the time after delay. So our end time is datetime dot now. That means current time. I'm printing current time. Now what I'm doing is end time minus start time. So this end time is as of now means uh, now current local time, and this start time is from our current time. I am delaying 2. Okay, so if I take difference, what I'm getting 2. So hour, minute, second, 2 seconds. Okay, so now we'll see what is the key difference between date time dot now and date time dot today. So in our previous code, some places we used datetime dot today, some places we used datetime dot now. So what is the difference is time zone support is available if you are using now. Okay, you can create time zone datetime, but in today it doesn't support time zones. So what will best practice is datetime dot now tz equal to time zone dot utc. So if you give this one time zone dot utc, it will give you here additionally plus plus, and your UTC time zone will give you. That means from your local time, uh, how many hours it is plus or minus. Okay. So datetime dot today only if you don't need time zone support. Okay. So wherever you need time zone support like plus If it is Europe, 4.5 hours, okay, difference. So if you need that kind of difference, you can use dot now. Otherwise, you can use dot today. So here what I'm doing, date time. First I'm importing from date time, I'm importing date time and time zone. So date time dot now, inside that I'm mentioning time zone dot UTC. So it giving you this one. So up to here as it is same as per our local time, means if you use datetime.now, you'll get up to here. Since we mentioned timezone.utc, it giving you place, hour and minute. Okay, that if in case of Europe, it will show you 4.5 hours. So we'll see one more example how to use this UTC format. So for that, what I'm doing, I'm importing PyTG module. So here what I'm doing is I'm defining Europe time zone with a 4.5 hour offset. Okay, so for that I imported this module PyTZ dot I'm defining fixed offset of 270. So how 270 is coming? 4 hours 30 minutes. I'm converting to minutes. So it coming total 270 minutes. So after defining this time zone, what I'm doing, Europe time equal to date time dot now. Date time dot now. For that, this customized time. What is this? 4.5 hours. So then we'll get local time plus your UTC time. This is your customized time. So by default, if you use time zone dot UTC, you are getting plus 0 values. So if you want to specific to define, you have to define like this. So for Europe condition, I mentioned here 4.5 hours offset. So you can try for other time zones similar way. So that's all about this video. So if you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.